Hello Aquarius, my name is Paul and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. And this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Right. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And then we've got a Seven of Swords. Now, to me this is interesting because it feels like you really have a particular path that you're on. You know, you have an intention that you have set. We're going to put this into some context, though, and see if we can expand on this energy a little bit, because I feel like there's just kind of some, not really obstacles, but just a little bit of blockage of some of the creative energy right now. But we're going to see what we might need to. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. We have the Six of Discs and the Six of Cups here to kind of remedy this Seven of Swords. See, that's very, very interesting. Now let's finish the path of the Serpent here. Yeah, okay, look at that. 10, a 9, and a 9. We have a lot of good numbers here today. It feels to me like you are trying to make some progress, but we're just getting a little frustrated with things. We might need a little bit of a self-care day, right? A little bit of a rest day. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one card from the Smith-Waite Tarot, and we'll put Alien Simon Mork Ripley, is his full name. We'll put that right there, and we're not going to look at that until the very end, okay? But we do something a little interactive on this channel. If at any point during the reading you get an idea or a sense or a feeling about what that card is, I want you to type it out in the comments, okay? I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, if we can collectively tap into our intuition, right? And get closer and closer at not predicting, but of feeling that mystery card, right? If you don't want to play along, that's fine. At the end of the reading, there will be a moment of stillness where we can all kind of put in our final answers and see how close we get to this mystery energy. This confirming, hopefully, confirming energy. But looking at what we have here now, we have these two major arcana cards. And this is very significant. Only these two, top and bottom. It's above you, it's in you, okay? And I think this is really the long-term commitment to your spiritual goals, your life goals, long-term, right? Long-term. And I think what we need short-term maybe is just a little bit of a change of scenery. See, we've got the 6 and we've got the 6. We've got a 9 and a 9. So it's kind of like there's this feeling. We'll start with the 7 of Swords here, but let's just look around at the elements again real quick. We have fire. We have a bit of water. We only have this air. This 7 of Swords is the only air that we have. And then, of course, we have some earth energies with these pentacles here. So the 7 of Swords, what is this all about? Well, I think this is your need for a little bit of rest, for maybe a change of scenery. Not necessarily rest, but to occupy yourself with some other things right now. You know, I think that we've been so intensely focused on this spiritual path with the major arcana, our commitment to our long-term spiritual growth, that we just need a little bit of a distraction perhaps right now, right? And this could be something like expanding on a personal hobby, or some other interest that you have that maybe is not directly related to your main focus, but perhaps indirectly it is. Philosophically, everything that you choose to do is in some way affecting your long-term spiritual progress, right? But this is something you know, take yourself on a vacation. Get involved in a different kind of hobby, a different group activity, a different, artistic endeavor, something like this, right? I feel with the Knight of Wands here too, that there's this need to get out and do something else, right? Maybe you've been sitting at home working on this certain thing for so long. Now you've just got this energy. You just want literally that change of scenery. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, right? Maybe it's it's a desire for you to get away from everything for a little while, right? It doesn't have to be physically, if you don't, if it's not a good time for you to just kind of get in the car and drive somewhere, well, just take a break mentally, spiritually, right? Emotionally. I don't know that you're feeling exactly very social right now. Because of the nature of this energy here, this to me kind of feels like we're getting a little frustrated with where we're at. We just need some time away, right? We just need to go explore some other parts of ourselves, right? So that when we come back to this work, we have, a refreshed kind of energy for it, Let's go over here to the sixes here, I think, are very nice. And the 6, I think, is kind of the before, this is now, and then this is going to be after. I think that we have been making a lot of significant progress here, okay? I think that you have, maybe the 6s together are talking about your participation in this work that you do, and its context, okay? Maybe there are other people involved. Maybe it is kind of a group activity. Maybe this is a work thing. Maybe this is a family thing. I feel like there are other people here, but that relationship, while it is still cooperative, has lost some of the zest that it once had, right? And now it maybe is feeling a little bit routine, a little bit stale. And I think that could be leading to some of this 7 of Swords energy and the need for this Knight of Wands. The need, you're feeling like you've got to get away. It's kind of this almost an antsy feeling that I'm getting. That we want to get away. We want to refresh our spirit. See, the 7, we're getting a little bit frustrated with how things are going. We just need to nurture our spirit. Maybe there's some opportunities for growing, for learning, for just kind of indulging in other interests for a time. And I think that will lead to the 6 of Cups. See, now we're going from the 6 of Pentacles to the 6 of Cups. This is a refreshed attitude, a refreshed relationship with this group of people, with your work, with your family, with your, just your environment, your familiar environment, right? So a little time away from this work, from the main focus, right, the vertical axis here, a little bit of time away from this will bring about a refreshed relationship with it. Yeah. Will bring about a little bit more pleasure and joy and tranquility in that environment. Now the cat is here also to confirm some of this. See, it's kind of an absence makes the heart grow fonder a little bit, but it's not exactly an absence. I feel more like, this work is always going to be here. It's always going to be with you, because I feel like it is ultimately spiritual in nature. But by you focusing on some other interests, you are renewing your enthusiasm for this work. Right? It's almost as if we have to step away a little bit and explore some other sides of ourselves so that we can come back to this and be recharged, be refreshed, and have that nice, joyful feeling again doing this work. Now we see the Lover's energy at the bottom here. This doesn't necessarily mean this is a family or a romantic situation. It could be, okay? It could be. This is your commitment to something, and you still feel very committed to this work that you do, or this project, or this relationship, the situation, right? Whatever it might be. Maybe it is romantic, right? You still feel very committed to it, so you're not losing that. And I think maybe that's part of the worry here, is that if you're experiencing the Seven of Swords, the mental frustration, the lack of interest, not the confusion, but the lack of focus, easily distracted, I think our worry is that we are not as committed as we once were. But we have the Lover's card here. We have the Nine of Wands here. This is the position of the fears, worries, and concerns. So to me, it seems like we're worried that we are losing the strength of our convictions, but we're not, because look, we have the Lovers down here below. So you're still very much committed to this relationship, this business, this family, this work, whatever it is, okay? So I don't think we have to worry about that. But as in any situation, a little time away to focus on other things that we need is good for everybody. Right? And that's pretty much what it boils down to. What you are working on, what your ultimate path is one of long-term success and growth and transformation with this Death card. This is very significant as being one of the only two major arcana cards. This is your long-term spiritual path, right? And this is what is really most important to you. And I think everything that we do in our lives, every decision we make, is in some way related to this larger path that you're on, right? The larger kind of evolution of you. And so taking some time away is a very important step to renew our interest in the work that we're doing and to maybe get a fresh perspective. Maybe it's time to do a little introspection, right? The Seven sometimes talks about that. If there is this kind of frustration or a little bit of mental blockage, sometimes it could signal a need for introspection. Why are we being so distracted right now? Is it just that we're a little burned out? Is it just that we have been kind of stuck in this chair doing this for a long time? We need to get out and run around, you know? I think that this is a good time for you to explore some of these thoughts and feelings that you have. A little bit of introspection, I think, goes a long way. I think this is a good time for that. Okay. Now, we're going to switch over to the path of the Serpent here. You can see TT here with her paw. She's ready for us to go to the path of the Serpent. I don't know if you can see her paw down here at the bottom. The Prince of Wands here, this is air and fire. This is the fixed fire. This is kind of the idea that when we return to our kind of central focus, our main work here, we're going to feel such a strong enthusiasm. It really is going to renew our commitment. See, there's air in this Prince of Wands. This is the fixed fire energy. This is heart and enthusiasm and ambition and interest and confidence that is not going anywhere, right? That is, it's not waning in any way. It's burning very brightly. And this really could be what we've been waiting for, you know? I wonder if we've been in a little bit of a dry period. Well, especially when we look at the path of the dove here. We have the earth, we have the air, and we have the fire. And to me, it seems like it's kind of a drying energy, especially with the fire and the air. And what we really want in the future is the love, the joy, the feeling back in it again. Yeah. And I think that might be what's going on here, is that we're kind of renewing this joy and this interest. And it's taking us out of this relatively dry period. Now, of course, we have fire and air here with the Prince of Wands, but we have the Ten of Cups as the very next card, right? And this is the position of our environment. This is the position of, well, it's the position of timing too. So to me, the Ten of Cups there is kind of talking a little bit about coming to a deeper appreciation of things, of ourselves, of our environment, of what's around us, our people, our pets, our plants, the work that we're doing, and all of it, really. It's kind of a card that says, let's count our blessings and let's show appreciation for what we have. Yeah. So I wonder if the fire energy that we see here with the Knight and with the Prince, this to me is kind of the change of scenery. We're feeling more adventurous. We've got to go out and explore new things and try different activities and maybe, you know, take up a hobby or whatever the case may be. When we come back to the table, we're going to have a new appreciation for things, right? Not only are we going to feel the joy and the harmony and the resonance and the real pleasure, it's going to feel good to sit in the chair again, right? I can understand that just from doing these tarot readings. Sometimes I have to kind of walk away and not think about tarot for a day or two, right? And then when I come back to the table, I feel a renewal of gratitude, of love, of joy, of the real pleasure that I get from sitting here and reading these energies. Yeah. So I feel like it's a similar thing going on with you right now. Okay. And I think that's what we've been really kind of waiting for, is this feeling to return to the work that we're doing. Yeah. And I think it's going to take just you stepping away spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or physically, stepping away, focusing on something else, and coming back. Okay? I think you're finally going to get what you've been waiting for. And this, well, and the 10, both of these together, these are really going to nourish the earth. See, we've got this, the Six of Cups that's going to then nourish and heal this Six of Pentacles. And this, I think, again, is the activities themselves, right? It might involve other people. If it's been kind of stable, it's been routine work, it's been successful, it's been good, you know. We want to add this other emotional component to that, right? We want to take a good thing and make it wonderful. And I think that's what we're doing, especially when we look, we have a 10, we have a 9, and a 9, right? So it's kind of like we'd have these 6s, and then we have these 9s here. It's like we are exponentially improving our work and our relationship with the work. Okay, we're no longer worried that we're going to lose our commitment, that we are somehow breaking our promises, or that we're just not as committed as we once were. I think we saw that we are still very much committed to this. And then at the end we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is gain. This is really seeing the improvement. Maybe the 6 was good, right? But it wasn't moving, right? It wasn't doing much. It was just kind of the same old. And yeah, it was good, but it wasn't growing. It wasn't wonderful. It wasn't flourishing, right? It was kind of routine, and it was harmonious. It was rhythmic, but it wasn't transcending, right? It wasn't expanding exponentially. But we get to a 9. And a 9 is a function number. It's an odd number. It's a verb. It's an activity. It is growth. It is gain. It is seeing the 6 now expanding and expanding and expanding. So whatever you've been working on, whatever your path is, if it's a spiritual project, spiritual goals, if it is financial, if it is something to do with family, with the addition of this water energy, it's like you're watering the soil, and now you're going to see your garden really, really take off and become so abundant, right? The missing piece of this puzzle was just this water energy. So I really like this as the final card. This is going to, you're going to see things now really start to move right? Not that things have been bad, right? The 6, things have been good, relatively stable. Stable isn't always a good thing. We want the next blow up. We want the next leveling up. We want to increase the growth, right? And that's what we're doing here with this. Now, I forgot with the 7 of Swords, I'm supposed to do an affirmation card. So we're going to do that affirmation card right now and see if this resonates at all with the energies that we've been talking about in this reading. This is the language of flowers. This is a set of affirmation cards. Mexican marigold, renewal. Time to begin again, stronger and better. This is what we've been talking about, this renewal. I may even have used that word, renewal, because that's what I feel like is going on when we take this time, we get the change of scenery, we go out on our other adventures, whatever the case is. When we return to it, our enthusiasm, our interest, our joy, our love, our commitment will be renewed, right? So I think it's all about renewal right now. For the next couple of days, focus on what you can do for yourself, other interests, hobbies, other passions, pursue other things that you feel strongly about. Focus on renewing that sense of joy and wonder about the world, right? That sense of love. I think we should look at the mystery card now. This is the point in the reading where I will ask you to try to connect with these energies, try to connect with the images of these cards. Thank you, Alien. If you want to pause the video right now, go ahead and do that. And type your answers into the comment section. And I think over time we'll be able to see that we get closer and closer to discerning the energies of this card. And even if we get close, I think we're on the right track. I'm kind of feeling an ace here. Maybe an ace of wands, an ace of cups. Just to show that kind of that renewal, right? To show that things are, as the marigold says, beginning again stronger and better. So I'm thinking an ace of, well, cups in this case, because that's kind of what we need. That's what is kind of missing from the situation, is just that feeling, that heart again, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you have your answers in already? Okay, because I'm gonna flip this card over now. I was close. It's a 2 of cups. The 2 of cups makes more sense though if you think about it, because this is now a renewed relationship with the other. Whether it's a person, a place, a thing, an animal, a plant, a spiritual goal, your work, your business, whatever it is. That now we have this, we've reconnected with it, you know? I think this is what we really need. 2 of Cups, love. It's all about love. And the bond between you and this thing, maybe it's a person, maybe if it's your spouse, maybe it's a family member or a friend. Maybe this is with your work or your career. Maybe it's with your creative enterprises. I don't know. You're going to reconnect with it in a renewed way that is going to be, well, it's going to lead to exponentially more growth and success and love and beauty and pleasure and joy and all that good stuff. So this is really positive. And I really do like this. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, Aquarius, click either above or below in the video description. Yeah. New readings for Aquarius come out every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next reading. Okay. I want to thank you for watching this reading all the way through until the end. It really does help out the algorithm, and that in turn is good for the channel. And that's a great way to show your support. If you want to support the channel, the best thing you can do, watch the reading or several readings, let the video go all the way to the end, leave a comment, hit the like button, share it on other social media platforms if you're so inclined. All of that stuff really helps us out, and it's the the most helpful thing that you can do, other than becoming a channel member, of course. Okay. I want you to remember, Aquarius, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot, and I thank you and I love you very much.